You're not the one we seek, though his aura is strong, even on you.
Impossible. I watched Maverick wash his pants.
Who are you?
I'm a Witcher, and I'm here because you haunt an innocent man. You've ruined Maverick's life, and it's high time you left this world.
Maverick? Innocent? That son of a bitch murdered me and my two sisters, then threw our bodies off the cliff. Our father, Malgat, died of despair. Fortunately, fate has brought Maverick here again, straight into our hands. Revenge shall be ours.
I need to find out if you're telling the truth. If your story checks out, I'll bring Maverick here. Shit, you stink.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaard.
Not another fucking stone.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins. Have you managed to do anything with her?
The Spectre claims she's the ghost of one of the sisters you murdered. They're out for revenge.
Is that why you wanted my coin? To talk rubbish? You're no better than them, you freak! Away with you, demon! I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins, and that barking fog.
As long as they pay us, I'd sit it out. Well, it was here yesterday.
You're a fool, Witcher! You trusted a ghost born of suffering. My power shall grow with what you have granted me. When I devour your soul, nothing will stop me.
What? Who are you? And who murdered the sisters?
Their beloved father did.
Aedirnian soldiers defiled them,
And he could not abide the shame.
a sensitive murderer.
Why did you go after Maverick? Why not let him live?
His father, you see.
He had certain dealings with me.
I was elated when he gave his children up to me.
Sent them into my arms.
When he himself then joined us,
My power grew. I felt a might in me like never before. And then I thought, families should stick together. And I was right. Maverick was scrumptious.
odd that you never noticed Maverick had only 2 sisters and not 3.
Initially, I worried I would not fool anyone with a multiplied female soul. But his brothers proved too resistant, and I was forced to try. Lucky for me,
A naive witcher came along.
Damn it.
Not another fucking stone. Well, it was here yesterday.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coin. Have you managed to do anything with her?
I went to the house where you and your unit were stationed. Found some interesting things in the cellar.
I know nothing of that, and don't wish to know anything. I just want to be rid of that phantom.
I can't help you if you don't tell me the truth.
If I must. Folks say that old Malget conspired with the river demons. So much blood has flowed down the Pontar. It's the evil in it that the beings in the river's depths feed on. That's all I know, truly. Have you managed to do anything with her?
The specters manifest themselves even when you're absent. They've burrowed deep into your subconscious. If I killed them now, they'd return instantly, so I need your help to destroy them.
If there's no other way, what would you ask of me?
Meet me at the beach, an hour before midnight.
Greetings. I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins, and that fucking bomb.
As long as they pay us, I'd sit it out. Not another fucking stone.
Come on. No reason to keep the Spectres waiting.
You've finally returned, brother. Time to atone for your evil deeds. You shall surrender to us your soul.
Kiss my arse, Phantom. You'll not make me shit myself this time. Me and the Witcher will dispatch you where you belong.
Naive little maverick, made a fool of your entire life. Isn't that true, Geralt?
What are they talking about?
Don't listen to this nonsense. Just help me kill them. Damn it!
I'll not forget what you did for me.
I did it for coin.
Small price for peace of mind.
Don't you owe me an explanation? I want to hear the truth.
I was born by the very border. General van der Grift understood that I knew every blade of grass here. So he appointed me lead scout. We were based in my family's house.
This house.
One day I scouted beyond the river. When I returned, I found my father digging the graves behind the house.
What happened?
Honor was everything to him. He had brought us up, taught us principles, and then one day Aedirnian soldiers arrived and undid all that. Shamed his children. He could not stop himself. He swore he did not do it, but there was blood in his clothes. We fought. He fell from the cliff.
Why did the Spectres want your soul?
Maybe they've no tolerance for patricide.
Maybe. Now go back to camp and present proof of your valor. Take back your dignity.
How many more can there be?
strange aura.
Oi! What you doing here?
I heard Zivik can't wait for you to get back.
Plough it all. If we miss muster, he'll have us flogged. Get us out of here, will you?
You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently, it's bad luck to tread on the ashes.
The visionary's a right bastard leaving us here.
Nothing. Again. Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Nothing interesting. Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Nothing. Again. Strange aura. Let's take a closer look. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving, but harmless. Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Let's see. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army-issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle, except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections, and they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place. Carved from a solid piece of stone, reusable you could say. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago! We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Didn't give us the nail.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Not heard what they say. Relics are like fist tech for simple folk.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
Burning them for Sabrina?
To you, 'tis a waste of time, right?
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Civic was right.
Wonder how many more. Drowner lairs. Not the best spots for picnics.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you that have eaten us!
We owe you our lives, Witcher. We can't let Civic catch us.
Don't shit your pants! Sabrina saved us from the monsters.
I thought it was here yesterday.
What do you want, Witcher?
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names, too, though you got to earn that in battle. Been so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died, many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. He came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed, and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots! To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely. But I thank you for bringing them back. Your reward, as promised.
I heard there's a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those superstitions.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have. but only the 5th Company was sent there. She deserved it. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. My brother died during a coup in Rind when a mage boiled the blood in his veins. Also, I once saw a soldier raping a dead elf woman. But 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget, Witcher.
There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. The damned quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket will protect you in battle. Half-wits.
After what happened here 3 years ago, it's no surprise they're terrified.
I'll tell you one thing, Witcher. In combat, I can count on my shield, my armor, and my comrades, if they still live. Many of those boys will die in Vergen, even with their pockets stuffed with mystical splinters that cost a silver piece each. I want them to be afraid. When steel hits steel, I want them to be alert, damn it! If they're dumb and put their trust in rusty nails and ashes, they won't have a hope in hell.
Did you participate in the battle?
I did, and I fought. But I'd rather not go into it.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called Draugrs. Eternians, Kedwenis, even your comrades. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened during the battle.
Oh, the plague. Listen then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts and Sabrina Glevissig, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Edirnian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Selkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Selkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edern's finest swordsman. Wherever our forces gained the upper hand, he'd appear and reverse the fighting's course. Then, Vandergrift himself went into battle. He met Selkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Selkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damned magic of a damned witch! I owe my life to Priest Crest, our chaplain. He led me out of the battle and went back for the others. He had a medallion that protected him against fire. He led everyone out, including the Edirnians. But the flames got him in the end.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevissig's magic?
Worse. The Edirnian troops, the bastards. The Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Edirnians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. The boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fistek. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Vergen, alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time, during the march, in the barracks, and in battle. among common soldiers. Freya gave him a medallion to protect him from fire. I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the 3rd day after the autumn equinox. The Aedirnians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. I remember the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armoured infantry, peasants, the Vergen Dwarf Regiment. All save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwennies, had less than 4,000, including the elite Bearheads, armoured troops from Ard Caraig, and the famous White Foxes of the north. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Aedirnians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visitor. Maybe he was a bastard, but he knew war like nobody else.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Vandegrift?
From a distance. At the time I was on that hill, and they were somewhere over there. The field used to be as flat as a table. It was their second duel. Earlier, in peacetime, they'd met at a tournament in Ard Caraig. Seltkirk won then. Vandegrift's sword cracked and the Visitor had to yield. After the tournament, he had a new sword forged by Kedwen's best mages and swordsmiths. That's how Loathan came to be.
I think that means hatred in the Elder language. Pretty pretentious.
They say a sorcerer cast a spell on the sword and told Vandegrift the blade wouldn't crack as long as he remained invincible. The mage got 50 lashes and was the last to mention any such nonsense.
Who has Vandegrift's sword now?
When the Sea of Flames died out, the looters ran amok. They found Selkirk's chainmail, which survived somehow. Maybe it was magical too. Vandegrift's sword went missing. The boys in the camp claim the female dragon slayer has it, but I wouldn't even try talking to her.
Who's got Seltkirk's chainmail?
A certain Vincent Trott. Low nobility, in the army since forever, a greedy bastard.
Where can I find him?
That's a problem. Deathmold wanted him arrested after they found a square coin on him. Some of the officers and noblemen want to get rid of the Black Ones. They don't like how they lord it around the camp, even though the king talks to them. Those coins are their sign, the stupid bunch of plotters. Anyway, Vincent's a swashbuckler. He thrashed Deathmold's people and disappeared. Those with the coins won't say a word because they're scared of Deathmold.
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, yes. Cut down more Black Ones there than anywhere else. The Redanians were in disarray on the left when we joined the battle. Same with the Temerian regiments in the middle. We arrived just in time. Menno Cohorn commanded the Nilfgaardians. He was some leader. Even we feared him like fire. But somehow we prevailed.
What happened to him afterwards?
He refused to flee, died like many others. Though no one knows who did it, and no one ever found his corpse.
Thanks, Civic. So long.
Hello.
The peddler said this nail was the closest to a right.
Everything fine?
Relics, artifacts, trinkets, and talismans. Hallowed and highly valuable.
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are black from ash.
Shh. All right. What do you want to know?
Do you believe in the power of your merchandise?
You mean the relics? Others believe in them, that's what counts. They'll believe in anything that gives them hope. Soldiers shit their pants and throw up in fear before going into battle. If kissing a rusty nail gives them courage, then in my book, it works.
Do you remember the curse that Sabrina placed on the king?
When they set the stake on fire, she shouted something to the king. His face went red, but I couldn't hear very well. She probably foretold his syphilis. A gruesome death.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th Company. I remember the commotion when that idiot Yahon killed her with a spear. If only I had that spear now.
You know Yahon?
Never heard of him. Where'd you get the idea that I know him?
Where's Yahon's spear now?
I don't know. Besides which, it's none of your concern. I simply won't talk about that.
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho with an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
I'm interested in objects that belonged to the soldiers who perished in the battle 3 years ago. Not any old things. They have to be magically active. I know how to check.
That's not my speciality, Witcher. I deal in relics.
Got anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's garments. Whatever your heart desires.
You fool! You'd believe him if he told you it was Sabrina's shin bone. He ripped you off.
We'll see in the next battle. The relic will protect me. All you'll have is the tin pan on that empty head of yours.
Not another fucking stone. Sabrina, who died under fire! Help us! Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rot fiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the visionary, bearing gifts and all. But I'll be damned if I'll take one more step that way. Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you? If you are, give him this coin for us. Do what you will.
Over here, inside the candle. Quick! You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. We're safe here. I awaited them. They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries. Guess they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
No, they're alive. They didn't want to risk it anymore, went back to camp. They asked me to give you this coin for candles.
This is but half. Why, I'll not do more than braid some wicks for this. What do you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them. Do you mock me? What's the idea? This is piddling. Do you mock me? What's the idea? This is piddling. Wonderful. That's about right. So tell me, what's in your mind?
You must know a lot about Sabrina Glevisig's death.
Sabrina the Martyr left the world of the living to protect us all.
Why the candles? What's the difference between Sabrina and other mages burned at the stake?
Others were strong in life. Her power bloomed when death wrapped its steely arms around her. She took the soldier who ended her suffering under her kind care. He never had to fear walking alone in the dark again. Have you seen the area? It's full of beasts and monstrosities. Jahan, the merciful soldier, has walked in the blaze of our power ever since. No creature born of darkness can get close to him.
Did you hear about the curse Sabrina cast on the king?
Of course. A well-deserved punishment, a ghostly spell from her crimson lips. The king concocted a cruel fate for the sorceress, humiliated her, made her suffer the flames. Bound to a wheel and placed on the stake, she suffered in a way unimaginable to ordinary humans. But when the flame reached her maiden waist, not a single cry could be heard, only words foretelling King Hensel's imminent demise. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a braid of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales, turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate thousand-year-old rules, prompting a just punishment. Sabrina suffered so badly that a merciful soldier ended her torment, thrusting his spear into her aching heart.
Now, back to some other matters. Why do you need so many candles? Why not build a campfire?
This is Sabrina's flame. Its light protects us and guides us soldiers every step.
Did you rob a convoy of wax sellers?
I make the candles myself. I give them to anyone looking for protection within the flame of courage.
The valley's been engulfed by a battle of specters. Know anything about it?
It's a place of horror. You can still hear the sound of steel and the cries of the dying. If you want to soothe their pain, you have to believe that Sabrina is watching over you benevolently.
I won't achieve anything without some memory tokens. Magically active conduits left by those who fell in battle. They're supposed to symbolize faith, courage, hatred, and death.
Faith. I don't know what those soldiers believed, but their faith didn't help them. They were deceived. Courage, hatred, and death. There was too much of all of them, especially death. But I remember a knight who, ignoring the danger, led a handful of soldiers against overwhelming enemy forces. Seltkirk of Gullet, Demaven's champion. When Vandergrift's cohort cut him off from the rest of the army, he attacked the visitor fearlessly. If you're looking for a symbol of courage, find Seltkirk's armor.
Is Jahan still around?
Jahan is dead. He didn't deserve to bask in the glory of the lady.
So Sabrina's mercy has limits.
You don't know what you're talking about, Witcher.
Who are you?
Our descendants will decide who we were when they see what we've left behind.
Who were you before?
What does it matter? Let the sins of youth fade into oblivion. Look at the candlelight. Feel it, and you'll hear what it has to say to you.
I can't hear a thing.
Then you're not ready. But your time will come. You will then hear and understand. Trust me.
Tell me again what you know about Sabrina.
What exactly do you want to know?
Any chance of finding that spear?
It was so long ago, Witcher. But I believe the spear went to another soldier. The bugger sells relics from Our Lady by the Camp Inn.
I know who you mean. So long.
Huh?
So long. My medallion. Damn, you're ugly.
Not another fucking stone.
Relics, artifact.
Do you believe in the power of your merchandise?
You mean the relics? Others, they'll believe in anything that gives... If kissing a rusty nail gives...
Where did you get these things?
Trying to compete with me? It's too good a business to share with others.
I know you have the spear Yahan used to pierce Sabrina's heart.
I told you about that. And I thought the old freak was trying to forget the sins of his past.
You know Yahan well?
He despises me now, but things used to be different. We were called up at the same time. We fought under Hensel together. But I managed somehow while he hated it. Why did they send him to that ferocious battle? He was the worst dumbass in the entire army, but he outlived the best soldiers. Covered in shit, piss, snot and tears, and still he survived. He cracked when they burned Sabrina. A beautiful end to a fucking beautiful day. Then he went to the dogs. He pissed away all he had on drink. I was the fool who followed him and brought everything he pawned around the inns. That's how I got the spear.
I need that spear.
Tough luck, Witcher. I last saw it a few years back.
What happened to it?
Look how similar we are. You want knowledge, I want coin, and we both need help to get what we want.
How much?
What are your customary takings on a contract? I'll gladly accept but 1/2 of that.
Tell me about her.
After all, business is going well. You see, when Jahan lost his head for Sabrina, I bought the spear from the innkeeper. The donkey's ass pawned it in the inn. He drank like a fish. By then, Jahan had already hidden in the hills where no one dares to venture. Some call him the Visionary, but in my book, he's just a nutter. Beats me why the beasts don't attack him. A fisherman who supplies the canteen said that some monsters hate the smell of fish oil. Jahan makes candles out of it.
What did you do with the spear?
Sorry to say I lost it in a dice game. Shame, because today it'd fetch a good price. I lost the spear to a soldier who later fought the squirrels in the forests of the Pontar Valley. He told me he'd used it to kill some Scoia'tael big shot. I heard the shaft cracked as if there'd been some fucking jousting tournament. The most interesting thing is that big shot is still alive. I heard he's now with that vixen from Edirn. Some frigging commander. Elves are weird creatures. Who knows, maybe he still has that spearhead.
Yorvith.
You know him.
I'll tell you for 100 orens.
Bah!
So long.
Trouble.
What is it?
Greetings.
A bit scared of going against the Saint. The enemy
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
I'm interested in the Rotfiend contract. Know anything about it?
The scum has so far destroyed 2 convoys of army provisions. Before we arrived, they'd only attacked the local cattle. Since the mist appeared, they've grown bolder and started hunting our patrols. The lads from the company have collected a kitty. Sort it all out and the coin is yours. Tournaments. Now that... Nightly tournaments are a pastime for real...
Does King Henselt have any interests besides fighting?
We value knightly tradition in Kedwin. Only duels in the arena let a knight stay in good form and hone his skills.
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
They've hired a witcher.